here. I popped by one of my local thrift stores today, and the local thrift stores in my area aren't really great places to find retro games or old games. Occasionally you find something pretty good. I've found some over the last couple of months and I didn't cover them in a video even though I was planning to, but I never got to it. But I figured the ones I found today, each game they charged me $3 for, and some of them were more curiosities than great finds, but $3, I plopped down $27, got 9 games. So, with no further ado, here are my finds at the thrift store today. Woodpecker Racing on the original PlayStation. I decided to give this one a cheap try, and overall, from the little play I have given it so far, it's an okay kart racer. I just can't figure out who this was marketed to because, though I probably just suck at it, like I do with most games, this game is way too hard to be a simple kids game. The AI is pretty unforgiving, and so are some of the physics in the game. If you just barely touch a wall, your cart nearly comes to a stop. Or even if you touch the edge of the track, the same thing. Again, I could just suck at the game, but it's not a bad $3 buy. If you're looking for a good Crash Team Racing alternative, I would suggest Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour as the best alternative I have personally played outside of a demo disc of Speed Punks, but I haven't fully played Speed Punks. SpiderMan on the PlayStation 1. I've only ever played the demo of this game off of a jam pack, and I loved the demo back in the day. This was the first real Spider-Man game where you could actually jump off a building and swing through the air to the next building. Neversoft, of Tony Hawk fame, really gave us the first Spider-Man sim, if you will, and I can't wait to get further into it. Great buy for $3, even if it was just disc only. SpiderMan II: Enter Electro, also on the PlayStation. Same as the original, I've always meant to pick this one up, and from what I've played so far, there seems to be some slight graphical improvements and some new moves added as well. I should probably play through the first one before I move on to Electro, and also, same as the original, it's disc only, but for $3, I certainly don't mind.
Does this look right to anyone?
Crash Bash on the PlayStation 1. This game was historic for a sad reason. That reason being that this was the first Crash Bandicoot game not developed by Naughty Dog. Bash is pretty much a big ripoff of Mario Party, but from what I've played, none of the minigames force you to destroy your controller through torture, which is why I refuse to put Mario Party in my N64 collection to this day. Mega Man X6 on the PlayStation 1. Okay, confession time. The only Mega Man games I have beaten are 2, 3, and the original X on the Super Nintendo. I've owned the original Mega Man since childhood, but I usually rage quit in Dr. Wily's stage. X6 is a great buy for $3, even though I already have Mega Man X collection on the PS2. Maybe it's time I took that out of its factory seal and played it, but I still have to beat Anniversary Collection first! Pink Panther: Pinkadelic Pursuit on the PlayStation 1. I admit that I'm somewhat of a snob when it comes to licensed games, but I looked on the back cover and saw that it was a side-scroller and decided, what the hey, at worst, I'll get my $3 worth of play out of it. When I popped it into play, I knew there was something up when I realized that I'd already recorded 25 minutes of footage and was still playing. This is, surprisingly, a really fun game from what I've played so far. The first level I played was essentially Donkey Kong Country's minecart level, but the rest of them play like a traditional platformer with one really fun twist. Throughout each level, the Pink Panther is required to pick up certain items and run them to where they need to go in order to progress. The problem being, these items are protected by an enemy that will chase you to that spot, trying to grab the item away from you. When they grab it from you, you can grab it back from them, in something that really feels like a cartoon pursuit scene. The Panther can hide in special spots in the level to try and lose his pursuer for more cartoon-style comedy. I had a blast just because of this one gameplay mechanic alone. Great $3 buy. Frogger's Adventures: The Rescue on the GameCube. Like the Frogger games on the PS1, I figured that for $3 this wouldn't be a bad buy at all, and it's definitely worth the $3 I paid. From what little I played of the game, I really sucked at it, as its controls take quite a bit of getting used to. Certainly worth a look from what I've played, just has a bit of a steep learning curve with the controls. And with that, that brings me to my two best finds of the day. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the Wii. Yes, another kart racer, and a pretty good one at that from what little I've played of it. This isn't the first Sonic kart racer, Sonic Drift, here's looking at you, but it is still a sincere form of flattery to Mario Kart, and a great $3 buy, coming complete with box and book as well. Punch-Out! On the Wii. That's right, I just picked up Punch-Out for $3. It's missing the manual, but who cares for that price? Another confession I have, I've never actually owned or played a Punch-Out game before this one, which puzzles me as to how I already knew the gist of how to play the game. My guess is probably from watching YouTube reviews and videos in the years gone by. Very fun game from what I've played, and to pick up an official Nintendo game for any Nintendo system for $3? $3 makes this one of the best finds I've had in a long time.
Oh zut!